So it's been about 3 weeks since I last washed my hair, and before I start the twist, I want to show you guys a little bit of how I prep and prepare my hair before I start to wash it. Now I found that it's a lot easier to wash my hair and detangle and condition and all that if I have it in workable sections or one big braid. So right now I'm just French braiding my hair back. It doesn't have to be neat or anything, but I found, like I said, that this makes it just a whole lot easier when I'm washing and conditioning and detangling my hair. So this is what it looks like now that I'm done. It doesn't have to be super fancy or neat. It just makes it easier to wash. So at this point, I've already washed my hair with Giovanni's Smoothest Silk Deeper Moisture shampoo, and I have also already conditioned it with the Smoothest Silk Deeper Moisture conditioner, and I've also applied a generous amount of extra virgin olive oil to my hair, concentrating it on the ends, making sure I got it really saturated on the ends. And this is what my hair looks like with the conditioner and the olive oil already in my hair. So now I'm just going to take a plastic shopping bag and put that over my hair, because I'm going to let the conditioner and the olive oil sit on my hair for quite a while, at least 30 minutes. I ended up leaving that on my hair for about an hour and a half. And tying it up with this bag is just going to prevent it from dripping, because I have plenty of water on my hair. Make sure it was saturated with water before I applied the conditioner and the olive oil. So the bag is just going to make sure that it doesn't run, and then also lock in a little bit of heat to help deep condition a little bit more. So I'm done with the conditioning process. I've let it sit on my hair, the conditioner along with the olive oil, for an hour and 30 minutes. I have thoroughly washed my hair, and now it's time to take the French braid out so that I can start to detangle my hair, apply product, and start the twist. But first, what I'm going to do is apply my leave-in conditioner, my current favorite, which is the Kimmaytube Leave In mixture. And I'm just applying enough to my hair, to my ends, and a little bit all over my hair first. And now I'm going to take my wide tooth comb and comb out a small section, and then I'm going to separate into an even smaller section and use my rat tail comb to comb out any kinks or tangles before I start to apply my product and start twisting my hair. What I'm going to be using to set my twist is Miss Jessie's Curly Pudding. This is one of my favorite products that I love for twist outs and braid outs. And I'm just going to be using a small amount, like maybe about a quarter size amount, maybe a little smaller than that, to each section. Now this first section that I did in the back, it kind of is a big section, and I could have done it about half the size. But since it's in the back, I'm really not going to worry about it that much. I'm just going to take my comb and comb through each section as needed to make sure that there's no knots or tangles, because I want to make sure that I get a really smooth finish when I'm doing the twist in each section. And you can see here when I get down to the bottom of the twist, instead of twisting it all the way down, I'm going to coil it around my finger and make it just a little ringlet curl like that, instead of twisting it all the way down the bottom. So fast forward to the next morning, I had to get to a stopping point, and I slept with the twist halfway done. So this is what it looked like after an hour of twisting. You can see that I'm about halfway done with the twist. Now I'm just going to pick up where I left off. I'm going to be using a water bottle to re-wet each section since my hair dried overnight. Now I'm just about done, and as you can see, when I got to the sections on the front of my hair and around my face, I parted those more neatly because I wanted them to look better and be neater, the sections that were going to frame my face and be around the front. Now I'm all done on my last one, and it took an hour and a half to complete the twist. I'm just taking the extra product that's on my fingers and hands, and I'm just smoothing out my edges a little bit. And I did add a little bit of the Eco Style Argan Oil gel around my edges just to lay my edges flat a little bit more. I'm really liking the way these twists came out. It's not often that I wear my hair like this. Actually, very rarely that I twist my hair and wear them in twists before I do the twist out. I'm not liking the shrinkage, but that's just part of a lot of the styles that I do with my hair. I'm also noticing that, especially in the back, there were a lot of sections that were a lot bigger that could have been made smaller, about half the size. So I probably will at a later time go back and twist some of the sections into smaller sections. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy watching this. I'm just right now just playing around with it a little bit more. Like I said, really liking the way this came out. I definitely will be doing this again in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them below.